You were never broken. You were under construction. The anguish they caused had nothing to do with who you were. It was about who you were becoming. They saw your potential long before you did. They sensed the call, the light, and the divine purpose. Instead of acknowledging it, they tried to squash it. Why? Because your presence made them uncomfortable. Your presence exposed their shadows. You didn't lose them. They lost communication with someone. Heaven had chosen. Everything they fled from is suddenly there in front of them. The tables have turned. And you are not merely healing. You're on the rise. When confronted with unexpected events, their arrogance changes into despair, resulting in panic episodes. They have taken away your false sense of invincibility, making it so easy for them to abandon you, revealing the terrified and vulnerable person underneath. Your ex is weeping now, not with clever tears designed to elicit pity, but with the unbridled sobs of someone who cannot avoid the repercussions. They no longer have control over the power they once wielded recklessly. They have evidence on their phone and heartbreaking texts on their laptop. Now their private discussions are coming back to haunt them. The web they had previously spun with malicious malice tightens around them, revealing all they believed was hidden in the brilliant sunlight. The only instinct left among them is self-preservation, and with each new discovery, each thread becomes more tightly knotted, and every link in their network becomes another possible betrayer. They were joined by others with the same malicious intents. They ridiculed those they were targeting. They planned. They developed a strategy. Now, with perfect timing, the vibrations of those moments are amplified. Cosmic lore enhances what people put out, and the cosmos reacts. Just that. Do you recall what they said about you privately? The universe heard every word. Do you recall how they damaged your reputation? The universe kept track of every fabrication. Do you recall how they took advantage of the situation? The universe calculated the amount of debt owing right now. Their illegal activities are more widespread than you would assume. Even those closest to them are taken aback by the depth of the investigation, which involves organized lying, harassment tactics, and financial issues. The authorities methodically gather evidence to construct an incredible case. Those who previously feared their influence are now freely discussing their coming demise. People who formerly admired their ingenuity are now mumbling about their folly in an attempt to save themselves, while others who previously benefited from their strategies are collecting testimony. Their energy drains, creating pandemonium. But yours is still pristine. You didn't get here by coincidence. You were directed. If something in your spirit is stirring, do not ignore it. Tap. Join for unique content, prophetic insights, and a community of purpose-driven individuals. This is not just a membership. It's time for you to find harmony. Take the necessary measures to become the person you were designed to be. Welcome to the Chosen. Their alternatives become more desperate. Yours becomes brighter with each new day. Their future shrinks as yours grows. Interviews are performed, records are subpoenaed, transactions are scrutinized, and discussions are studied while the official machinery is in operation. Emotionless, just the jigsaw pieces they believed were irrevocably scattered are reunited by the ruthless, meticulous process of justice. They pay close attention to every connection, even when they get calls from numbers they don't know. Every unexpected knock at their door raises their pulse, and every official-looking letter makes them uneasy, while the investigators develop their case with professional distance. Their reality is transformed into a succession of horrible possibilities. Emotional appeals have no bearing on their goal, nor do frantic arguments hamper their advance. The evidence breaks through false shielding with striking clarity. This strategy protects you. Your name comes out clean. Instead of incriminating you, your participation demonstrates your innocence. You are now protected by the distance they have established between you and them. Your redemption is found in their garbage. Previously, authorities reported isolated incidents. They provide timelines that show purposeful, ongoing campaigns rather than ephemeral errors in judgment, suggesting trends that are unseen to the human eye. The reach extends to include both coordinated activities and individual actions. Their confidence makes progressively fewer persuasive promises, and their lawyer's tone becomes more melancholy. Their monetary reserves dwindle at an alarming rate. With each succeeding breakthrough, their strategic options become more constricted. They become acutely aware of the severity of the repercussions. The repercussions go beyond little annoyances. They may have life-changing implications. The events that are likely to occur destroy the future they had envisioned for themselves. Your goal becomes clear as theirs fades. Your light shines brightly as theirs dims, and their path narrows into a narrow corridor of dwindling prospects. Yours increases. They broke through the night's blackness. They weep uncontrollably. Sorrow weighs heavily on their chests, and horror haunts their brains like ravenous wolves. When they realize too late that they have overstepped their bounds, they have unanticipated panic episodes and lose sleep. They reach for their phone to call you, but then move away. They provide weak reasons, even to their own ears. Write letters that are never delivered. Also try creating excuses. You will never hear. Their emotional condition deteriorates quickly. Their confidence dissolves into searing uncertainty as their sense of invincibility cracks in the face of terrible repercussions. Their arrogance dissolves into desperate humility, and their emotional sovereignty collapses into anarchy. Yours burns steadily, while theirs flickers and sputters, and their inner suffering becomes too much to take. Your inner serenity grows. They grieve for the person they may have been, what they have lost, and what they must now confront. They weep for the relationships they destroyed, but more for themselves, who remain at the center of their own story while it unfolds all around them. Even as their story unfolds, the mirror depicts them as strangers. Tension etched across a perfect face, heavy circles under troubled eyes. Spiritual decay may become more physical. Their thoughts are more focused on you, and their appearance now reflects their inner truth. They go through your social media accounts for signs that you are aware of their illness. They look for hidden messages in your posts and perceive your continuing pleasure as a personal insult while they are going through a difficult time. You go to regions they cannot grasp. You grow faster than others, who stay at a lower frequency level. Their focus shifts to critical self-preservation issues. Yours rises. The nicely constructed image they previously portrayed to the public is suddenly crumbling apart. Disassociation is hidden by the business jargon used by professional partnerships to remove themselves. The quantity of social invites declines and eventually ceases. The number of unanswered SMS texts is growing. Their decline in public life is painfully gradual. Rumors are first, followed by direct inquiry. Then there are media inquiries. Then there are public declarations of breakups with former lovers. Finally, they're completely isolated. As self-preservation takes hold, let your heart to overflow with God's blessings. Click the super thank you button and contribute $10 or more to plant seeds of faith that will save countless lives. Your generosity symbolizes His riches. Be a conduit for His grace and watch His kingdom flourish through you while the story they've manipulated for so long fades away. Despite their best attempts to keep reality under control, impulses take over across their network. The tale rewrites itself without their input, before their very eyes. As they struggle to keep appearances, their reputation suffers. You maintain actual presence. Your reality becomes stronger as their illusions dissipate, and your truth stays constant when their lies disintegrate. Former pals use fresh perspectives to examine previous interactions. Friends see warning signs that they had previously disregarded, and colleagues reassess earlier actions. Social media accounts have become ghost towns in terms of involvement. Professional accomplishments are evaluated retroactively, and charitable endeavors are revisited with ulterior intentions. As the collective reevaluation increases rapidly, new revelations serve as the foundation for recreating their whole history. People who formerly competed for their attention now shun one another. People who formerly sought their favor are now hesitant to make important connections, as are others who were envious of their position. Now thank them for other opportunities. When their light dims, you radiate even brighter. Your real relationships strengthen while their phony ones degrade, and your true purpose becomes clear. As their false one runs out, they make riskier choices out of fear. They look into options outside of the law. Instead of taking drastic steps that may endanger them, contact someone who can help them escape. Fear affects their judgment, sending them farther into dangerous territory. They investigate locations with limited extradition treaties, contact people with dubious disappearance skills, or regularly transfer funds between accounts, and develop scenarios that include rather than safeguard their strategic planning from devolving into reactionary impulses. Their careful research devolves into reckless gambling on more implausible possibilities, and rational thinking gives way to primal survival instincts. The calm demeanor gives way to evident worry. You see from a distance, backed by their own actions. Your tranquility is in sharp contrast to their chaotic conduct. Your wisdom shines out against their diminishing discernment, and your clarity is undisturbed by their confusion. They discover the transitory nature of fear-based leadership, the vulnerability of bonds built via deception, the limited loyalty that money can buy, and the thin basis that underpins their whole existence. It was too late. Some, they believe, are faithful, prioritizing their own survival above everything else, whilst others they control rebelled and told the authorities the truth. Some trustworthy people come forward as cooperative witnesses. Their once unbreakable friendship has frayed owing to personal conflicts. Their texts give the idea of a casual reunion, and their attempts to reach you grow more urgent. Their rekindled interest in your well-being comes too late to accomplish anything other than save themselves, and their unexpected concern for your health. Divine judgment is utilized to hide blatant self-interest. As their terrible position develops, you stay safe. You stay inside your bounds. Emotional pleadings do not undermine your sovereignty, and your awareness detects exploitation masquerading as reconciliation. As their world collapses, yours grows. Your alternatives expand as theirs diminish. Your link strengthens while theirs frays. And as their destiny darkens, yours burns brighter with cosmic fire. The energy they try to drain from you doubles back upon you. There are various ways to undermine the reputation they meant to harm. Now reflects genuine intellect. Their attempts to sever the links become stronger than before. Unexpected cash flow channels grow. Waves of creative inspiration emerge. Synchronicity improves with great accuracy, and heavenly guidance is clearer than ever. As their life descends into a lower frequency, yours ascends into greater harmony. You are not here by accident. Feel the pull tap. Join to uncover your actual mission and connect with others who understand it. This is not just a membership. It's your decision. Your vessel gets stronger, able to undertake celestial missions. Your capacity to maintain a larger objective improves, and your awareness broadens to accommodate more incentives. Opportunities that were before denied now offer themselves effortlessly. Doors that had previously been closed swung open, and previously obstructed paths became clear with no effort. The universe gently and efficiently reorganizes events to make up for prior setbacks. People who share your goals arrive at the appropriate moment, and interactions with genuine participants enable you to automatically rebuild your network. Your spiritual awareness becomes laser-like accurate. Your energy sensitivity increases to higher frequencies. Your intuitive powers surpass prior limits, and your link with divine guidance grows to unbreakable strength. Your objectives draw you like a magnet, and your ideas materialize rapidly. Your whole existence vibrates at frequencies beyond human understanding, and your destiny develops with divine timing. Cosmic law thoroughly addresses difficulties that human organizations may overlook. Universal balance creates the exact corrections that worldly justice, regardless of earthly enforcement, would overlook. According to divine justice, every minute of anguish they inflicted is equivalent to a lifetime of agony. Every barrier they construct transforms into impossibly awful difficulties. Every tear you shed turns into oceans of guilt. Every doubt they plant in your mind blooms back into mountains of uncertainty. The finances are balanced to the smallest fraction, the scales are mathematically precise, and the cosmic ledger demands complete payment with no room for negotiation. This equilibrium may be perceived from a conscious awareness standpoint. Your vision incorporates broader patterns, and your comprehension goes beyond small retaliation. The criminal probe is one aspect of a multifaceted reckoning. Their public humiliation reveals a long-hidden reality, but their legal issues are the outward expression of spiritual consequences. Their whole experience provides a chance for soul-level recalibration, and their inner suffering balances the energy they spend via antagonistic conduct. Some consequences stem from the government, while others arise from social processes, financial institutions, health issues, and relationship failures. The universe employs all available measure to guarantee full justice. Lesser involvement suffers proportionately. Others who aided without taking direct action incur appropriate punishments, whilst others who observed but did not act learn the required lessons. Those that benefited are undergoing the necessary realizations. Without knowing, you may go on without being constrained by attachment to certain results. You continue to concentrate on your own growth rather than their contraction, and your forgiveness empowers you rather than them. You are more concerned with your ascent than with making the best use of your resources and cleaning up your physical surroundings. Use holy smoke and music to eliminate any residual energy sensations. Use salt and water to reset electromagnetic frequencies, and statements and pictures to define energy boundaries. Consistently maintain spiritual purity. Keep an eye out for undesirable ideas regarding their position, and use your mental energy to expand rather than tighten. Let go of your emotional attachment to results that exceed divine justice and concentrate on your ascension rather than the consequences. Your consciousness determines your whole life. Your attention influences reality in whichever direction it goes, and your energy is useful on several levels. When employed appropriately, the strong manifestations that your consciousness produces serve the highest good. While some may approach you with a seemingly innocent query about your point of view or a plea for sympathy because they are related to the main character, others may try to get information from you about your understanding of the situation. Some may even try to gain a tactical edge by using your responses. Respond with controlled accuracy, not wide strokes, and act with evident knowledge rather than impassioned outbursts. Instead of falling into typical habits, practice mindful communication. A sacred wall separates you from their situation. The distance from their turmoil provides you with the space you need to grow, whilst the distance from their energy helps you to cleanse your surroundings. Being detached from the result allows you to concentrate only on your goal. You use supernatural insight to choose the proper amount of commitment. Your perspective is diverse, and your comprehension goes beyond traditional answers. You are accountable for your own decisions. Sovereigns will defy external pressure. This is not a coincidence. It completes essential karmic cycles and fulfills certain rebirth tasks. This contact dispels old tendencies that go beyond our current existence. You consent it to relationships that would enable evolutionary leaps. Choose barriers that need spiritual development and scenarios that will awaken latent abilities. You agreed to purchase specialized catalysts to block the spread of quantum knowledge. The person who rejected you performs their role with accidental perfection. Their current agony serves a greater purpose than obtaining personal justice, whether they realize it or not. The lessons kids learn have the ability to drive social evolution and change that extends beyond their knowledge of the consequences. Your consciousness goes beyond ephemeral joy to cosmic purpose. You understand the layers behind surface appearances. Your comprehension encompasses world order and goes beyond individual validation. Their criminal inquiry demonstrates spiritual law in action. Their public humiliation is an outward manifestation of the newly revealed inside misbehavior. Their emotional sorrow compensates for the energy they used in their prior actions. Their whole experience offers a chance for soul-level recalibration. While some agreements are fulfilled by pleasurable experiences, others are accomplished through difficult circumstances. Certain pre-incarnation promises are kept despite seeming desertion, whilst other soul agreements are accomplished via apparent treachery. Divine orchestration employs every way to provide the essential progress. The debris you encountered offered the necessary room for your growth. The treachery you met destroyed relationships that had previously inhibited your progress, while the rejection you experienced eliminated barriers to your advancement. The suffering you endured reinforced your determination to achieve your cosmic purpose. The purification procedure fully cleanses your vessel. This meeting is possible because to the vital fire. This essential pressure enhances your talents while also defining your goal. As cosmic justice unfolds without your direct involvement, your energy is freed up for creative endeavors. As divine harmony is restored across several dimensions, your emphasis changes to manifestation, followed by creative possibilities. As cosmic law performs the necessary correction, the materials surrounding you are prepared for your divine manifestation, and the canvas in front of you awaits your conscious creativity. The opportunities are all around you, awaiting your free choice and deliberate leadership. With this increased independence, you can realize your full potential. What will you do with this newfound potential? What will you construct with this higher frequency? What will you produce? What will you do with your newfound awareness and reverent eagerness? The galaxy awaits your decision. This crucial experience removes your limitations. This is a vital paragraph that lifts your constraints, and this predestined alteration that removes your limitations. Others will be inspired by your metamorphosis, while others will be filled with real joy at your accomplishment. Others will be quite impressed by your progress. Some will reverently recognize your promotion. Generate from divine inspiration rather than conditioned reflexes. Create from clear energy rather than reactive impulses. Manifest from sovereign decision rather than unconscious conditioning. And create from cosmic connection rather than a limited perspective. You have access to more frequencies than before. Energy levels are higher than before. Connections are now accessible. That is higher than earlier. And manifestations that are presently viable. That is higher than earlier. Your works will come to life faster. Your inventions come to life with remarkable accuracy. Keep in mind that this is a required adjustment, not a final judgment. They come to terms with this. Recognize that this is a necessary opportunity, not a fatal punishment, as they deal with the outcomes. Recognize that this is not a life sentence, but rather a chance for change, even in the most extreme case. Even in the most difficult circumstances, the universe functions via love. Divine order acts via compassion, whereas cosmic balance operates through progress, even amid the most severe corrections. Their ongoing criminal probe acts as a tremendous trigger for a spiritual awakening beyond their current understanding. Public humiliation and personal misery. They may or may not take the opportunity for soul-level recalibration presented by their anguish. Throughout this incarnation, your consciousness acknowledges a cosmic purpose that extends beyond self-justification. Your mind acknowledges the need of progress via difficult events, and your viewpoint sees broader patterns in seemingly chaotic situations. Some entities need extreme treatments to awaken. Some awareness need moderate pressure for spiritual development. Some souls need gentle prods for evolutionary progress, whilst others require a strong catalyst for transformation. Each soul accepts just what divine orchestration provides. When you observe their suffering, understand that it is the best reaction to their earlier errors, giving them the chance to change. Instead of focusing on their collapse, concentrate only on your own progress. Instead of focusing on their present situation, use your creative efforts toward a long-term goal. Instead of focusing on their constrained present, direct your conscious attention toward a greater future. Your attention influences your experience, as do your focus and presence. With your consciousness, make a divinely guided decision about what will best advance your development as part of a criminal inquiry. This is just one aspect of a multifaceted reckoning. The person who dumped you is now facing the repercussions of their actions, crying and feeling afraid. You reach greater potential via heavenly help, celestial protection, and limitless possibility, whilst others face the reality they created.